What is going on, everybody? And welcome to the Birds Fly By Eagles post-game show, preseason post-game show. Eagles get the win, 34-27. A lot of positives, maybe a few negatives, especially coming from the cornerback department. Jamar Chase and Burrow had their way with the Bengals starters were in for the whole entire first quarter. Dory Jackson and Ringo got eaten up by what's it called? By Jamar Chase. It was pretty bad. Let's see, what did he have? Get to it. Chase had Chase had 4 receptions, 77 yards, 1 touchdown. Had the long catch of 36 yards, and then Burrow went 9 for 10, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns. All in the first quarter. Who else had the other touchdown pass? Tanner Hudson, from Joe Burrow. So yeah, other than that, maybe too many holding calls, maybe some bad punt and kickoff return coverage for sure. The Bengals looked like they had the edge for sure in that department. So a few things to clean up, but I'll be honest, overall, coming from after a Super Bowl, you expect a little bit of a hangover, maybe a little bit, especially in preseason, but not to come out like this. This was great. Tanner McKee, right? Now we'll talk about the big story. Well, let's get into some of the comments. Barbara, how you doing? Maddie, are you on the post game? No, sorry to disappoint you, Barbara. It is I, Steven. Ricky, what's going on, Ricky? Go Eagles. Yes, indeed. It feels good to be back watching football. I think there was another game on, and I think Seattle is playing right now. So it's nice. Football is back. And we got plenty of it to talk about here on It's a Wrap Sports. Joe, what's going on? Hey, everyone. Tanner McKee, solid QB2. And depending on who you talk to, might be a solid QB1, right? Could be a solid QB1 for somebody. And I'm sure there's some people who could even get crazy and say he could be QB1 here. But yeah, he looked great. Star Wars going on. Excuse me. Good game. It was a good game for considering it was preseason, right? I would say three things, right? Your wide receiver room, the fight for wide receiver 4, maybe even wide receiver 3. Dotson looked good. Connection from McKee to Dotson in the first quarter was there. Then later on in the second quarter and early in the third, you had the connection between McKee and Darius Cooper, the undrafted free agent. He looked incredible. What were his stats? Let me pull up those. The Eagles, Tanner McKee comes in. I was surprised he played the third quarter. I was surprised he came out and had what? Did he have? Was it 2 drives? Couldn't remember if it was 2 drives. I know he had the 1 drive in the third. But I was surprised he came back out. Tanner McKee ended with he was 20 for 25, 252 yards, the 2 touchdowns. He had the tush push, right? They kept saying the crowd went wild. Saquon was getting interviewed, and he was saying that, I was trying to tell these new guys that this place, it's crazy. They go wild for a play like that. Like, what they're going wild for. So McKee was able to get the touchdown on the tush push. Overall, I mean, a great game from Tanner McKee. He showed he can move outside of the pocket now if need be. Very, very patient. Gives his guys opportunities to go get the ball. Johnny Wilson, he had multiple go up there and get him. catches. He was able to come down with it. So really, really good to see. Let's look at those receivers. Darius Cooper, 6 receptions, 82 yards. Had the touchdown, 7 targets. So off 7 targets, 6 of them were receptions. Johnny Wilson, he had the 3. Incredibly great touch. Great touch on those passes. And that's what I mean by Tanner McKee's giving his guys opportunities to go up there and get those balls. And Johnny Wilson, he really did. He really did. He had some good blocking, pass blocking, and run blocking out there. So he had 73 yards. Jahan Dotson, 2 for 27. He was big in that first drive. Good to see him. And then Aniyah Smith. He had the nice kick return, or punt return, I should say. And he had the goal line, red zone touchdown in I believe it was the second quarter. So we go over some of these drives from Tanner McKee. This offense and what Kevin Petula has just continued. It's nice. He's probably the closest thing that this team in offense has had to consecutive offensive coordinator, even though he wasn't the offensive coordinator last year. He at least was with the team and trying to keep it as familiar as possible. And it's showing. It's showing. Let's get into some more of these comments. Ricky asking Steve, can we do an Eagles party for the Eagles? Hey, I'd be down. I'd be down. Figure it out. Where should we meet? At a restaurant or a bar or something like that plays the game? I'd be down. Star Wars, Nikita Good. Yeah, he'd be good. How many teams are going to be calling the Eagles now because of the performance from Tanner McKee? Right? And do the Eagles even listen? Because I'll tell you what, McCord didn't look good. DTR didn't look too good. He is coming from Cleveland, so you gotta give him a break. He's coming from a shitty situation over there, but he had some passes where it was like, oh, okay. But yeah, overall, Tanner McKee, solid QB2 for us. Joe Ty Robinson, the defensive tackle looked good. Yeah, he did. He what did he finish with? I think he had a few tackles, solo tackles. 2 tackles, one solo, and he had a sack and tackle for loss. So there you go. He is going to be a great guy, great defensive tackle to come in and spell Carter and Jordan Davis at times. 15 to 18 defensive snaps is all you need from him a game. And if a quarter of those can be, tackle for loss, or you go get a sack, make a big play. That's all you need him for right now this year. Being able to step in and be that guy who can give Carter and Jordan Davis a breather. It was 2 drives in the third. Okay. So yeah. I was shocked, Joe. I was shocked that they had him come out for 2 more drives. I thought he did plenty enough in the first half. Yes, and happy birthday, Jalen Hurts. He looked so locked in, ready to go on the sidelines. It was fun to see. QB rating 135.3. Yeah. I mean, the teams are going to be calling. Oh, you want to do a live one? We'll have to see. That's a long time to do a live. That's like what? 3.5, 4 hours. But we'll see. Maybe. Well, I gotta look at the schedule and see when I got nothing going on. I might be able to do it. I gotta talk to Matty B, see what he thinks. Uh, Thompson is good. No, he did not. QB3 is going to be rough. Another thing that I liked, right? Can we talk about Jahad Campbell for a minute and talk about how he's everywhere? Guy was everywhere. Trotter got the start, but I Campbell's going to be special. Run plays, pass plays. Should have had the interception, but he didn't. Um, he is going to be the guy, I think, that ultimately later on down the line in the season, maybe even after maybe like 3 or 4 games, be the starter next to Zach Bond, right? Trotter Jr., he's going to be good. He's going to be a good spell guy, good special teams guy. A guy that's able to come in and give you a play or two a game. But I don't see him winning that starting position over Campbell. The fact that Campbell is even in shape, healthy enough to be on the field in pads at this moment is incredible, considering he dropped to the Eagles because of injuries, because of the injuries that he had out of college. So, Star Wars. I wanted to see Common Core. Yeah, I thought he would have been the quarterback coming in over instead of DTR when DTR came in. So I was shocked to see that. But he didn't look good. He didn't look good in the few drives that he did have. Had a pick. But he's going. It was in the time of the game where it's a whole bunch of nobodies. Literally nobodies. USL, XFL, sort of football. Street football. The running backs. Let's talk about that group. AJ Dillon. He started to prove that his injury, scary injury that he had, took him out for all last season and the rest of the season of 2023. He was catching balls in the second quarter. He was catching passes out of the backfield, jump cutting, taking on tacklers, driving them. Looked good behind that offensive line. Shipley had that big play in the first quarter, in the first drive, almost like a 40-yard run, 35, 38. It might have been 38 yards. That number's ringing a bell. So it was great. You got depth there. Depth. And then Powell. Holy hell, that kid's going to be good. May not be good for the Eagles. I don't know if he's going to make the 53-man roster. But what is it? Shunderick Powell, 6 carries, 32 yards, had the touchdown. Will Shipley, 7 carries, 48 yards. Shipley averaged 6.9 yards per carry. Powell, 5.3 yards a carry. AJ Dillon, 5 carries, 27 yards, 5.4 yards a carry. And then you had Robinson, 12 carries for 24 yards. I would have liked to seen a little bit more out of what he was able to, out of the amount of carries that they gave him. But all promising stuff. All promising stuff. So you had the offense, I think, is what is going to be humming this season. The offense is going to be humming. They seem very comfortable. And mind you, these were the backups, right? These were the backups the second stringers who started this and looked good. But you look at your second string quarterback looking solid, putting up those sort of numbers. I'm pretty sure that was the Bengals starting defense out there too for the whole first quarter. So McKee wasn't doing this against second and third stringers who were fighting for a position. He did eventually do it to him later, But he came out throwing that thing. He was throwing that rock. Um, Johnny Wilson, the wide receiver room looks good behind AJ Brown and Devonta Smith. Jahan Dotson's gotta feel Jahan Dotson, sorry, gotta feel like some guys are breathing down his neck. Let's see what we got here. Joe, the O line looked good. They did. Steen got the start. I was surprised to see that they gave him a few drives. And not many injuries, right? No serious injuries, just little. I feel like just guys getting banged up, getting back, getting their body get used to getting banged up again, especially from someone else, not your own teammates. But yeah, the O line looked good. The O line looked good, Joe. Shipley and Dillon look good. Yep, we talked about that. Ricky, how can we do an Eagles party for that? It would just be, live stream and just commenting like this for the whole game, talking about the plays, bring it down, play by play. A month ago for the rag. Don't know what you mean. The regular season, maybe. Frankie, what's going on? Don't you know? Don't you know what is up, brother? What is going on, Frankie? Good to hear from you. Good to see you. Seen you on one of your podcasts the other day for charity. I saw you had a foursome going on. Always good to see you, brother. You gonna be down there Saturday at the Union game? Let me know. I like Eagles football. Yeah, Star Wars. We are back. We are back. Brown injury might be serious. Okay, so you're gonna get him. You're gonna get him. But overall, running back room depth looks good behind Saquon, behind Shipley, Dillon. This 53-man roster is going to be hard to make. It's going to be hard to make this season, I feel like. So, but that's what you want. When you have this many people leave from a Super Bowl winning team, you want to make sure that you replenish those positions, defensive tackle, defensive end, linebacker, cornerback. You lost Slay, Sweat. You lost Brandon Graham to retirement. You lost CJ Garner Johnson. Let him go. So, nice to see that there's depth and there's battles going on. These guys are fighting for these positions. But yeah, this was a encouraging first preseason game, and it's just preseason. But I think you got to fix that cornerback 2 position, and you won't have many issues this year. Stay healthy. Got to fix those dropped passes, those for interceptions. Trotter Jr., Campbell, someone else. Forget who it was. Might have been 2 for Trotter Jr. But they had 3 opportunities for interceptions. Who was that? Patrick Johnson with the beautiful interception coming off the edge. Should have taken that back to the house, but that was beautiful the way he felt it and he read it. He saw how the quarterback was backing up and positioned himself, and he felt that screen pass coming. It was right there. Beautiful. But the depth, a lot of depth, a lot of young depth. Prayer for CJG. Yeah, I saw that. He's over with the Texans now, but yeah, I saw something happen with him. So must have been serious. Love how they ran the tush push. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I'm happy for the fans that were there. That place looked packed for a preseason game. So, yeah, can't complain. Can't complain. I want to go over the team stats Penalties. This is what killed me. This is what I was talking about. And it's specifically from later on in the game, right? So you got to take some of these penalties with a grain of salt. Some of these guys who got the penalties aren't even going to be seeing the field, aren't even going to make the roster. 10 penalties though for 80 yards. Um, got to clean that up. Got to clean that up for sure. Sacks, passing, first downs, 15. So I just got a feeling, that this team is going to be a passing team this year. Darius Cooper. You got Darius Cooper making plays. AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Johnny Will. I mean, oh man, this was good stuff. This was encouraging. Good to see football back. See what we got going for the rest of the week, guys. Tomorrow's Friday. Phillies will be back in action after a day off traveling. I think they're on their longest road trip of the season. They will be in Texas, so make sure you tune in. I believe Big Al and Mike have switched Friday and Saturday, but this is your lineup for the Fightins final. The wraparound won't be with Pat Bernard this week. It'll be with Mike Lauer, I believe. But he'll be talking about the week that was in Philadelphia sports. I'm sure the Eagles game will be big on his docket, and he'll be discussing the Phillies game against the Rangers, talking about Wheeler, him taking a few extra days before his next start. And then Sundays P&M in the AM. Sundays at 9 a.m. Pat Bernard, Mike Lauer, and Big Al, the voice behind the mic, producing it. And then, of course, the main show on the network, The Final Word with Matty B, Sunday through Thursday at 10 p.m. or after the Fightins final. And then next week, we will be back for some preseason. Week 2, Eagles versus the Browns. They got what is that, Saturday? But they're doing the joint practice. I can't wait for that. Those always bring good good stuff. Starters will probably play more versus them at those joint practices than in this game, but still. And then of course Thursdays, sometimes Wednesdays when we have what's it called? We got Eagles on Thursday, but the attacking third, talking about the first place Union. So a lot of good stuff happening here at It's a Wrap Sports Network. I want to thank all you guys who were commenting and chiming in. Really appreciate you guys. Ricky, last comment. Steve, can we do an Eagles Super Bowl? I hope. They got to get there, Ricky. They got to get there. But it looks like they got the depth. Looks like they got the depth to do it. So I'm out of here, guys. Great win. Yes, it's preseason, but it's a start. So see you guys next Saturday. Go Birds.